Hi guys, Mr. Rice here, and we're going to continue in our game maker guide, making a platformer game. Today we're going to look at cameras and tiles. So let's look at the game maker guide tutorial page. We're doing learn to make a platformer. So let's do cameras and tiles now. Learn how to make use of the camera and add tile overlap events to give the player a way to win and lose. Eventually it will load. There we go. In this tutorial, we'll create a way to win or lose our platformer game. Okay, so you notice it's already given us some code. It did not keep our sprite from the last time. Now we get this generic P1 sprite, but that's okay. We'll just use it for now. So take a moment to move the player sprite around in the simulator. Right now, the camera is not following when the player moves off screen, but we can fix that. So notice here, I'm just going to use my keyboard, the arrow keys to move right and left, and then the Z button or the space bar to jump up and down with the A button. Okay, so there we go. You can see right now I have these platforms that I can't go over, but I can't go off screen. Well, I can go off screen that way, but notice the camera is not following my player, so it's really hard to tell what I'm doing. So let's make the camera follow. So drag a camera follow my sprite into the bottom of the on start container. So click on scene, and we're looking for camera follow sprite right there. And drag it down there. Okay, let's click next. Now we can move around and the camera will follow us. So there you go. Now you notice you can see the whole tile map because the camera follows exactly where your player is. Isn't that great? Unfortunately, our player is starting in a dangerous position. Notice when you start the game, it starts right on this little skull and crossbones tile. So by default, all sprites spawn in the middle of the screen. Let's change the game so your player starts somewhere safe. So snap a place my sprite on top of random into the bottom of the on start container. So click on the scene toolbox and look for place. There we go. Place my sprite on top of random. Put it right there. Click the checkerboard tile and replace the checkerboard tile with a green flag. Notice one of my tiles is a green flag there. So let's click on that and see what happens. Now your sprite should start on that green flag, just like that. Perfect. No longer starts in the center of the screen over the skull and crossbones. Time to add some danger to the game. When the player overlaps the skull tile, we'll trigger a game over. So drag the on sprite of kind player overlaps at location container into the workspace. So click on scene again. And now we want on sprite of kind player overlaps, which is right there. We'll put it below my on start. Click the checkerboard image and change it to the skull tile already created for you, like so. Snap a game over lose block into the new container, which is in the game category right there. So now if I run into the little skull and crossbones, I should trigger a game over, just like that. We have a way to lose. Let's add a way to win. Drag another on sprite of kind player overlaps container into the workspace. There we go. This time change the checkerboard to the trophy tile. Okay, like so. Snap a game over lose block into the new container and toggle lose switch to win. So a game. It says game over lose. We don't want that. If we hit the trophy, we should say win, just like so. Okay, that's it. Now you've used the tile map editor to create a way to lose your game and a way to win. Oops, I'm not very good at this game apparently. And a way to win your game if I can get to the trophy. This game's a little hard for me apparently. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. There we go. Now it says you win. We also start the sprite at a particular location based on a tile that's already been created for us. Now, if you click on the tile map, you can adjust these, but we will get into that later. If you click on My Tiles, you can see everything that's been created, the skull, the starting point, trophy, and these little exclamation point box. So when you're done with your code, click Finish. There you go. Now you've created. And next lesson, we will move into simple enemies. So stay tuned. Next video is simple enemies.